Hey guys, it's Scott with the Davidson Realty team. And listen, I've always wondered, and I'm sure you guys have too, like if it rains, if it, hails, if it snows, whatever it is, right? And you go, I think I might have some roof damage. I know everybody else has to wonder that too. And then what is gonna happen if I call a roofer and what do they do and all this stuff? So today I'm out here at a house with Mike Zytek from Zytek Roofing, and I really appreciate him taking the time. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk around and take a couple pictures and different things like that and show you on this roof, because he's actually already just gotten up on the roof a minute ago, and he basically said this is beat up bad. So we're gonna kind of go through this and show you guys what's it look like when it's beat up. What do you do? And then what's the next steps? And Mike's gonna explain this all for us so we have a real good idea about, the question of what do you do? And we wanna make sure everybody's protected. Obviously, we don't want leaks in the house and whatnot. So Mike's gonna help us out through this. So I appreciate Mike being with us. And so Mike, I'm just gonna ask you a couple quick questions. Tell me the first things. You're on the ground, you're not up on the roof. Tell me what you're looking for from the ground.
Well, in this case, the roof's quite aged, and that was obvious to see just by coming up. But when it comes to things like hail damage, hail compromises the roof. So there's some obvious ways to look for hail damage just from the ground, and that would be to look at some of your gutters and your soft metal damages. Hail that's significant enough to damage a shingle will damage some of the soft metals, and so we found some significant dents and dings. I think you'll see some photos of some of that stuff, but right off the bat, that would be a reason. If you see dings in your gutters, dings in your downspouts, that would be a good reason to contact a roofer.
Okay, we're up on the roof, and this roof is way more obvious than most. All these spots you're seeing on the roof are all significant hail hits. There was a significant storm here, and this roof needs to be replaced. Now, the beautiful thing about this pre-inspection that we're doing for the Davidson Realty team is we are going to work directly with the homeowner's insurance and get them to pay for the roof replacement. But here's a good thing to show you. So looking at this shingle right here, you see that line across there? That's actually a wind damaged shingle. The shingle hasn't been blown off yet, but this crease on here, that crease along the top of the shingle, shows that the wind has been flapping it. You don't always have to have a shingle laying in your front yard to be aware that there's wind damage. So, of course, if you find any shingles in your yard, that's definitely due to storm damage, and that's definitely a reason to contact Zytek Roofing and get us out there for a free, no obligation roof inspection. One thing about working with the Davidson Realty team is we love to represent, whether it's the buyer or the seller, take a good look at the roof, make sure the roof's in good shape, whether the homeowner and the seller is going to be selling their house with a new roof paid for by the insurance company, or whether it's the buyer and they're getting a house with a new roof. We love to be a part of that, and we love to get roofs paid for by the insurance companies.
All right, so I hope you guys learned something. That was awesome. I mean, I just looked at that and I was like, I knew some of that stuff. I mean, look, you can tell when a golf ball looks like it hit the roof, right? But I mean, come on, that was great information. Mike, I very much appreciate you taking the time to do this. Obviously, we're gonna have your number at the bottom if anybody wants to get a roofing inspection and take care of all that. Obviously, you know we're here to help you if you need our help with anything. I do have a couple quick questions before we finish, Mike. So, how many layers of roof, if somebody comes out and puts a new roof on a house that was built in 2006, can they put more roof over the top, or do they have to remove it?
Well, things have changed. Back in the day, it was a common practice
Sure.
to put an additional layer of shingles on. Nowadays, that's frowned upon. There is not a shingle manufacturer that will warranty their product if it goes over the top.
Oh, wow.
And another thing is nowadays the shingles get recycled, which makes a big difference whether you're actually putting several tons of material into a landfill as compared to they get recycled, repurposed, put into roadbed, playgrounds for children, things
Sure.
like that. So we don't recommend going with multiple layers. It can be done, but not without it would void a warranty.
Sure,
in that
sure.
case.
That's really good information, because actually I remember a guy called me last week and says, I already have 2 layers. They're gonna come out and do a 3rd layer? And I was like, I hope not, because that'll collapse the roof eventually.
Yeah.
But and I remember the story last month. We had that house in Griffin, I believe it was, that you went and saw. We had a home inspection. The inspector comes out and says, this roof is in trouble. Of course, the buyer freaks out, right? The buyer's like, I'm not buying a house with a bad roof. our seller is already in, like, was it New Mexico or Arizona?
Arizona.
Right, in Arizona.
Yeah.
He's already got a new job. He's not even living in the house. And he's, of course, like, what do you expect me to do about this, right? And tell me again, give me a quick recap on what you did on that one.
Yeah, I worked directly, just digitally over the phone and through email with the homeowner. He was a first responder working out in Arizona. We got the paperwork done on our end. I met with his insurance company. They sent an adjuster out. I was there for that appointment. I meet on the homeowner's behalf.
Sure.
I was able to get the insurance company to pay for the full roof replacement. There was actually a second layer of shingles on there,
Okay.
so they paid to tear off both layers of shingles. There was no out-of-pocket cost for the homeowner, brand new roof for the seller, no out-of-pocket cost for the homeowner, and it was a win-win for everybody.
And he had a garage, too.
Yeah,
so
he had
it
a
wasn't like a big job.
separate structure.
Yeah.
$18,000.
Oh my goodness!
$18,000
and you
project.
saved the deal. I mean, just to be honest with you, thank you very much. You got to call Zytek Roofing when you guys have an issue or even just a question. They're happy to take care of it. And obviously, you know how to get a hold of us. All of our numbers are going to be on the screen and all that stuff, so that's no problem. But I mean, you obviously know our job, Mike included. Our job is fully from integrity to make sure that the buyers, the sellers are all happy, that it's safe, secure, that you're buying something that you can be proud of. You don't want to move in and a month later you got a roof leak or something like that. So obviously give us a call if we can be of assistance to you, or if we can connect you with Mike if you don't see his number for whatever reason, or maybe you're hearing just the podcast of this and you're looking at it going, well, that's great, Scott, if I could see a screen. Give us a call. We're happy to take care of you and we'll make it happen. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.